I'll break down for you the key differences between wired and wireless security camera systems and which one is better. I started comparing the two systems regarding image quality, reliability, security, etc. Follow this guide and I'll break down everything from image quality comparisons to battery life. And yes, even what happens during a power outage or internet failure. And at the end of this video, you will have a comparison chart between the two systems. So stick around and let's get started. First up, wireless cameras. These systems are designed for flexibility. They transmit video and audio data wirelessly, usually through your home Wi-Fi network. Many wireless cameras are also battery-powered, which makes them extremely easy to install and move around if needed. On the other hand, we have wired camera systems. These cameras rely on physical cables for both power and data transmission. While that means installation can be a bit more involved, it also offers some major benefits. Wired systems are known for their reliability since they don't depend on Wi-Fi, so you won't have to worry about connection issues. Now let's talk about installation, starting with wireless cameras. These are designed for an easy, quick setup. Since they're powered by batteries or simple plug-ins, you don't need to worry about running cables through walls or ceilings. You can just mount them in the desired spot, connect them to your Wi-Fi, and you're good to go. For wired cameras, it's more complicated and requires a bit more work up front. Installing a wired system often means running cables from each camera to a central DVR or NVR. In some cases, this can mean drilling holes or even hiring a professional to handle the setup. The advantage here is that once these cameras are installed, they're permanently positioned and directly connected to power and data sources, which adds to their reliability. Later in the video, we will discover more about the benefits of this system. All right, let's get into one of the most important factors when choosing a security system: reliability and connectivity. First up, wireless cameras. Because they rely on your home Wi-Fi network, wireless cameras can experience occasional connectivity issues. If your Wi-Fi signal isn't strong, or if it's being used by a lot of devices, you might notice delays or lower video quality at times. And if your Wi-Fi goes down, so do your cameras. However, most wireless systems today have built-in features to minimize these issues, like using dual-band Wi-Fi to avoid interference, and even local storage options that can save footage directly on the camera if the internet connection is lost temporarily. On the other hand, wired systems are known for rock-solid reliability. You'll get a stable connection and consistent video quality since they're directly connected to both power and data sources. There's no interference to worry about from other devices, and if you're in a large home or have multiple cameras, wired systems can offer a much more dependable performance. Now let's talk about security, starting with wireless cameras. Since they're connected to your Wi-Fi network, they're more exposed to potential cyber threats. If a hacker gains access to your network, they could theoretically tap into your camera feed. But don't worry, most modern wireless cameras have strong encryption protocols like WPA3 to secure your footage. Additionally, many cameras offer two-factor authentication and automatic software updates to guard against new vulnerabilities. For wired systems, they are more secure because they don't rely on Wi-Fi. Since they're physically connected, it's harder for someone to access your video feed remotely unless they have physical access to your network. However, it's still essential to secure any network-connected device in your home, especially if your wired system is connected to a DVR or NVR that's accessible online. Now let's dive into the cost. Starting with wireless cameras, they're often more affordable up front because they don't require extensive wiring or installation. However, one thing to consider with wireless systems is ongoing costs. Many wireless setups rely on cloud storage, which often requires a monthly subscription fee to store and access your footage. Over time, these subscription fees can add up, so it's important to factor that into your budget. Wired systems tend to have a higher initial cost due to installation requirements. You may need to hire a professional to handle the wiring and setup, which can add to the upfront expense. However, once they're installed, wired systems usually come with fewer ongoing costs, especially if they store footage locally on a DVR or NVR. All right, let's talk about image quality and overall performance. Wireless cameras have come a long way in terms of video quality. Many modern wireless systems offer high definition, HD, and even 4K resolution options, delivering sharp, clear images. However, the quality you experience can depend on your Wi-Fi signal. If your network is experiencing high traffic or has a weak signal, you might notice reduced image quality or delays in video playback. Some wireless cameras also compress the footage slightly to transmit it over Wi-Fi, which can reduce clarity a bit, especially for higher resolutions. On the flip side, wired systems consistently deliver high-quality footage since they don't rely on Wi-Fi. The video feed travels directly through cables, so you'll get a stable, uncompressed video signal that stays sharp and clear, regardless of network conditions. Now let's get into an important factor for wireless systems: battery life and power reliability. Wireless cameras are usually battery-powered, which makes them super convenient to install anywhere without needing a power outlet nearby. However, this also means you'll need to monitor battery life. Depending on the model, most wireless cameras last anywhere from a few weeks to several months on a single charge. Some cameras even come with solar panel attachments to help keep them charged without regular maintenance. Wired cameras, on the other hand, are continuously powered through their hardwired connection, so there's no need to worry about charging or changing batteries. This is a huge advantage if you're looking for a set it and forget it. All right, let's talk about maintenance and upkeep. Starting with wireless systems, there's a bit more hands-on maintenance involved. One major factor is battery management. Wireless cameras also rely on software updates to improve performance and security, which usually happen over Wi-Fi. It's essential to make sure your cameras stay within Wi-Fi range and have a strong connection to receive these updates automatically and maintain security. Wired systems, on the other hand, require far less ongoing maintenance once they're installed. Since they're hardwired, there's no need to worry about charging batteries or checking connectivity. In terms of upkeep, you'll mostly need to give the cameras a quick cleaning now and then to ensure clear footage, and occasionally check for software updates if your system includes smart features. Finally, let's talk about system expansion and flexibility. Wireless systems are generally easier to expand because you can add new cameras without worrying about running additional wires or drilling through walls. As long as the new cameras stay within range of your Wi-Fi network, they'll connect seamlessly to your existing setup. Just keep in mind that as you add more devices, your Wi-Fi network can become strained, which may affect the overall system performance. Wired systems, on the other hand, require more planning for expansion. Adding new cameras often involves additional cabling and possibly even professional installation, depending on the layout of your home and the complexity of the system. However, once they're installed, wired cameras integrate seamlessly without impacting your internet bandwidth or Wi-Fi performance. So if you're looking for a system that can grow with you over time, wireless might be the best choice for flexibility, while wired is ideal if you're planning a more fixed, stable setup from the start. In summary, if you're after flexibility, DIY ease, and don't mind keeping an eye on batteries and Wi-Fi strength, wireless might be your best bet. If you need stability, consistency, and a low-maintenance setup, then wired is probably the way to go. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing for more tips on home security and safety. Also, hit the like button and share this video with others who might benefit from these tips. If you have any questions or additional tips that have worked for you, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Stay safe, stay prepared.